Let's head outside right now as we continue to track a winter storm that is inching closer to our area. There's a look at the system there on our radar.
And Chief Meteorologist Pete Bouchard joining us now. And Pete, this is the first of several storms we're gonna expect.
Kind of, yeah. I think you're gonna get tired.
I'm speechless.
I know. Yeah, that snow blitz in 2015. You're gonna get flashbacks to that. I'm gonna tell you that right now because we're getting a few storms out there. High pressure is in control right now. It's 20 in Boston, so we are setting the table for this fluffy snow that moves in initially, then it goes over to a stickier snow, and then we see that transition over to some ice. This low is still back near Lincoln, Nebraska. How is that even a possibility that it starts tomorrow morning? Well, you have this big warm front here that's actually creating the precipitation. That has already shown up across Pennsylvania. You saw the radar. I'll show it to you again. This is all the mix back through Cincinnati, too. It's coming into PA. There's a thin ribbon of snow here. It doesn't look like much. You're looking for blue. The pink is the mix. The green is the rain. But as it presses into that cold air we just showed you, then we'll see that snow materialize. One way to look at the timeline is to look at the probability of precipitation, what we call the pops. Not like, you know, the pops that play on the Esplanade. About 100% chance that we see something by 10 o'clock. But look at this big sharp jump here between 8 and 10. So we know we're starting up then. Between about 9 and 10 o'clock. We stay in it, and then it starts to tail off around 4 o'clock, and then we should have it wrapped up by 6 o'clock. So that's the whole entire event. Less than 2 inches on the South Shore, 2 to 4 elsewhere. And when I say elsewhere, that's essentially from Dedham all the way in Weymouth, north through Haverhill and Pepperell, too. Your snow's a little bit fluffier in northern Mass, southern New Hampshire, but not by much. I think everybody starts fluffy and then sees that compression as it gets a little bit milder during the day. Temperatures rise above freezing and you get a little bit of ice, maybe crusting on the top. Even down to the canal, we could see less than 2, generally a coating to 2. But on the Cape, maybe just a coating before it's all washed away. We'll go to rain here, Boston, the immediate North Shore along Route 1. But then we still have sub-freezing temperatures here in this pink shading. So when we switch over, it's to ice, sleet pellets, maybe a little bit of glaze. But at that point, I really think most of the storm will be over. That's the saving grace. We're not going to get an ice storm here. And then Friday, 39, gusty. At least we do some melting and thawing. Saturday, 34 degrees. Enjoy the quiet, the silence. It is quieter, even though it's windy on Friday, because we have this storm looking ahead now. Thursday, we have the one over the weekend. I'm sure you heard about that. That's a colder storm now, and that's a heavier burst of snow. Look at that dark blue over us. Snowfall rates could be up to 1 to 3 inches per hour. Then let's fast forward into next week, Tuesday night, and then maybe Thursday too. What we know is obviously it's a busy pattern. At least 4 storms are ahead. They're mostly snow. Does not seem to be any coastal flooding or high wind. We just don't know the exact storm tracks, whether or not we're all going to be in the same sweet spot every time, and the specific snow amounts too. We're going to go storm by storm here, and we'll take Sunday, Saturday night and Sunday, right from the top. There's a burst of snow. We may see a mix on the Cape or even across Connecticut and Rhode Island, but again, we stay right in that hot zone along central Mass, right through the Pike. And so we have the potential for 6+ inches of snow. 10 inches, sure, that's within realm of possibility here, depending on how this thing sets up. 3+ on the Cape and the islands. The extended forecast has Tuesday night into Wednesday. Again, timing issues. Give us a little bit of wiggle room here. And then maybe again on Thursday. And yeah, next weekend. Okay, so there's something else out there too. Notice that we're not in any bitter air. We're just cold enough to snow. And we've seen this before. When you get in these patterns, it's just there. You're 32, 33, 31. And wow, it can really pile up too. Have a great night.
All right, Pete, thank you. And remember, share your snow photos with us. Scan that QR code you see on your screen. That will take you to NBC 10, our news app, and you'll be able to upload your photos and videos. You can also send them to shareit@nbcboston.com, and we may end up using your photos or videos right here on the air with a shout out. We'll be right back.